Yes, boys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of the Tottenham Hotspur Career Mode. And yet another episode that we just say a massive thank you to you lot right at the start of the episode. Thank you very much for the support. You're blowing me socks off. I appreciate it. Now, in this episode, we're going to try and qualify for the next round of the Europa League in the most easiest and comfortable way possible. We have a load more questions in the hashtag Ask Yorkie. I really appreciate that it's started to catch on a little bit and you guys are leaving your questions. If I don't get to it, though, in the immediate video, I don't want that to put you off. I will always try and answer them in the video after, or the video after when I finally see the comment. I'm doing my damn best to make sure that I do not miss a single comment on this year's game. As well as all of that, of course, we've got loads of games in the Premier League to go, and we're nearing January. So let's not faff about. Let's get into this episode. Now, behind the scenes, in the background, while I'm laid in bed at night and can't sleep, I've been giving a lot of thought to our Dominic Solanke situation and the plight that is happening right now of spending 65 million on a brand new striker and it just not working out and Richarlison being even better than him. I am making the decision that we're going to try and make it work. I can't give up yet, right? 65 million, and I like Dominic Solanke. I cannot give up on him just yet. I pray that he can turn stuff around. And this could be the episode for it because I've made some tactical tweaks. Now, it's the same formation because I like the formation. I've told we two cams. We might make one. It might happen. That is a suggestion that keeps happening. But I've made it custom. So the line now is high. So we'll be a little bit more defensively compact. And we're still counter build-up. In my opinion, this is still a pressing tactic. But when we go to player roles, you'll see Solanke is advanced forward. He's got a plus for that. I've dropped Romero to just being a centre-back, and I've made James Maddison roam in. These are the tweaks I've made so far. Oh, sorry, and Pedro Porro is now an attacking wing-back. I actually didn't really understand the difference between the two, but as an attacking wing-back, he weren't overlapping before, and I was like, this is really dumb. Why is he not supporting Orsolini and overlapping? Well, you have to go attacking wing-back. That will leave some positions here, but hopefully Bentancur and Basuma will cover those gaps. Mainly, Basuma will cover those gaps when we lose the football. But this is what I'm going to try, and I'm trying the advance forward. I really am, because the roles we've been trying up top so far have just not worked for us, and maybe advance forward might be the way forward, and definitely the way forward for Dominic Solanke. So we will see how that plays out in this episode. Now, to kick off the episode in terms of games, it's just going to be this simple game against top of the league Aston Villa. You know, look, even if this squad that we're looking at right now isn't the squad that they're going to put out, which I expect it not to be, and no matter who they put out, because I don't expect it to be this squad that we can see right now, whoever they chop and change in, they're still going to be extremely good. So I am nervous about this one. Is this the day where Dominic Solanke makes my dreams come true? Because I'm going to start him up top. Now, obviously, for us, it's going to be a very strong 11 in the hopes that this new tactic will work out. I'm going to give Bentancur a few more opportunities in the team as well. I am well aware that in order to have Sarr and have Archie Gray and maybe Bergvall at some point playing a lot of football, that one of our central midfielders is going to have to go if we're going to bring in the new young players. Now, this is an insanely talented Aston Villa squad. I am nervous. That's a good 11. 10 minutes in, we're finally touching the football, and it's going to be a lofted ball into Solanke. Imagine he scored a worldie for his first goal in a played match. That would have been insane. They have dominated possession so far. They're not giving a ball up easy. I thought they were going to sit deep and play a counter style. That is not the case. And Kurt out wide to Orsolini. Orsolini wants to fire that one in. Nobody's there. We've had nothing in this game. So all I can hope for is that a triple sub will kind of breathe life into this game a little bit and we could get on the score sheet. We've had a few 1-0s. We've not really been dominant against sides this season, but that's fine because a win's a win and 3 points is 3 points. Well, they've played a good ball in there to Oliver Watkins. And he's rattled the outside of the post. That'll be Aston Villa's first shot in this game. And I can't believe he just rattled the outside of the post. That is unbelievable. Can I break? Because I've spotted a great run there from Odebear. Odebear wants Dom. He's found Dom. Good touch. Good. Finally! Finally! Advanced forward. Plus. Dominic Solanke on the breakaway. Don't get me wrong, we had a lot of work in the build-up to this. Thank you, Odebear. Come on the pitch. Spreading it on the pitch. he just creates some space because Odegaard has the one thing you have to worry about that Orsolini doesn't, and that's his pace. It's a good ball into Solanke, and for the first time, he finishes it. Can you believe it, lads? Dominic Solanke scores for Tottenham Hotspur against Emi Martinez, who would have taken some beating today, and we have the lead. We're going to have to hold on to this lead as firmly and as tightly as our grip allows. Tell you what, Son loves to run at people. Oh, they're standing off him. Son! Oh, he nearly made it too. Imagine he makes it too there. Don't stand off Son, by the way, Aston Villa. If I could give you any lesson, he's the man you don't stand off. We have actually defended extremely well this game, and that is going to show out. We win it 1-0. What a fantastic win against top of the table Aston Villa. Going to move us nicely then at the start of this episode back up to 6th, and my main focus right now has to be get ahead of Arsenal. 5th or 6th are fine positions for us to finish in. That should be Europa League football for us, and we're actually happy with that this year. We are building. And speaking of building, it's about time we answer the hashtag Ash Yorkies in today's press conference. And the first question is about Lucas Bergvall. Now, I am high on Lucas Bergvall. Of course I am. But at 18 and he's current overall, the best question that could have been asked is he going to go out on loan or not this season? Are we going to be able to use him enough in order for him to grow, or should he go out on loan? Now, I have given him some game time, but with 3 appearances, that's nowhere near enough for the young man to grow. So I have made the decision that we will be loaning out Lucas Bergvall come the start of the January transfer window. But speaking of loan players, there have been rumours circling constantly around the internet from the pundits about what's going to happen with Mikey Moore, as he's not having a fun time out on loan. And a lot of the Tottenham fans and the pundits believe that Mikey Moore should come back. He can play in cup competitions and he could have a real impact in this team ahead of someone like Timo Werner, who is set to go back to RB Leipzig. So I have made the huge decision on the fanfare and the love that you lads have for this man, and that is that I am going to recall Mikey Moore from his loan. He is not having a good time, he's not having fun, and he deserves to be back in a Tottenham kit. It's going to cost us 441,000, but that's not something we have to worry about with the amount of money we have. I mean, we'll get that money back just from the Timo Werner deal being cancelled. But here he is then. Mikey Moore is back with Tottenham. He will be back in training, and he will be back linking up with the first team and potentially getting some opportunities sometime soon. Now, the third and final question that has been posed to us is about a replacement potentially for Heung-min Son. And that replacement would be Kavicka Kvaratskhelia. Now, I am insanely surprised that this guy hasn't left Napoli already. We will scout him. He would command a giant fee, and that's not really what I'm trying to do with this Spurs rebuild, if you want to call it. I'm trying to build with young players and have a process and trust that process that we believe in, and not really go out there and sign superstars. But if there is enough want for this man at the club, then I would definitely be swayed into listening to the fanfare around him. He's a very good player, and Heung-min Son is 32 after all. He's not getting any younger. He has just signed a 2-year contract, but Kvaratskhelia would be the perfect replacement for it. But that's where we're going to leave the hashtag Ask Yorkie for today's episode. Honestly, I'm loving doing it. I really appreciate the involvement from you guys. There is no stupid questions. Just keep them coming. Thank you very much for that level of support. Now, let's get back into this episode. Next up for us then is going to be this European game against Galatasaray. Now, I would normally play this game, but I have a huge disdain for Galatasaray, being a Leeds fan, so we're just going to gloss over this one. We're going to quick sim it with our strongest 11, hopefully pick up a good result, which we do. We get a 1-0 victory. Heung-min Son, again, the kid is on fire, and we'll just gloss over that one. It's my own feelings, it's my own opinion, and that's what I want to do if we ever have to play against Galatasaray. Luckily on the channel, I've never had to do that until today. But we do have a loan offer here for Lucas Bergvall. It's from Leicester. It's short term. It would be in the Premiership, getting Premiership football with a team that, yes, is probably going to be relegation threatened. But I like this deal. I'm going to accept it. A relegation threatened Ipswich next in the league then on a rainy evening in Tottenham. I've rotated the squad a little bit because we have another European game coming after this. Game's coming thick and fast now, of course. Moore is on the bench. Dragerson will come in. Archie Gray will come in. Odegaard as well out wide. Honestly, Odegaard is becoming a pivotal player for this team in the wake of Brennan Johnson not being there because of the pace that he has. We've got Dejed Spence on the pitch as well today. See if we can go out there and get Dominic Solanke another goal. Oh, they've got space. Archie Gray's going to have to come across. Oh, he does brilliantly. Great defensive work there from Archie Gray. Behind to Solanke, maybe? Oh, Solanke still. Oh, he's tackled in the end. That was nearly brilliant. Oh, Odebeck can steal it. Plays it in. Dominic Solanke against Son. Oh, he has to score. How's he not scored? We've had no opportunities this game, neither side. It's been another terrible game of football here in the rain. But that's unforgivable. It has to be a goal. Dragusin nearly scores as well. Harry Hutchinson wants a shot. Saved by Vicario. It's their first shot, I think, actually. I think either side has performed pretty well here in the rain. I see Moore now for the first time. Moore wants the ball over to Solanke. He's going to get it. Dom can keep it in. That's great play from Dominic Solanke. I can't believe he kept that in. Bergvall in a good position. Wants to play it in. It's a terrible pass. Bergvall now showing some strength. He's done actually really well there, Bergvall, because look at how many players he's taken away. Mikey Moore's opportunity at a shot. And it's saved by Muric. And to be fair, we haven't created enough. And this looks like it's going to be a draw. All credit to Ipswich for it. Because they dug in. They made themselves difficult to break down. They never really did anything going forward. But their MO for this one in surviving relegation was just pick up a point. We should have punished them more. It was good, though, to see Mikey Moore come on. And he felt very comfortable on the football. Well, I made a grave mistake. I was pretty convinced we played Roma next. And that's why I rotated a little bit. We don't. We play Manchester City in quite a few days' time. And then we play Roma. Another 2 huge games that we've got. And then we're going to start entering the month of December. Maybe start planning out what we're going to do in terms of our transfer policy. But look at this. Fulham, Bournemouth, Chelsea, all in the same week. We got a message just before the Man City game then from Dejan Kulusevski. And I'm actually going to say I'll think about it. I've been impressed with his form recently, especially over James Maddison's form. So I think I'm actually going to give him the run out today. I'm going to start him. I don't know. There's something about him that makes him feel a little bit more versatile. And it is going to be full strength 11. This time, we do know Roma is the game coming up. Mikey Moore will be on the bench today. I know we love a draw, but we're at the Etihad. So if this was a draw, this wouldn't actually be a bad result for us. You know, we played well against some of the bigger sides, actually. We played better against some of the bigger sides than some of the smaller sides. But I would be very, very accepting of a point right now. Now, to be fair, after looking at this Manchester City lineup, a point might be very difficult for us to come by. This is... Oh, wow. This is just such a strong 11 with a strong bench. Oh, no. Who knows what's going to happen in real life to Manchester City and a potential foul play. But all I know is in FC, their team is unbelievable. And they're going to be difficult to deal with. All game long, they're going to dominate possession. We just have to hope that we win the ball back in good positions. And we can get the breakaway we want. Haaland shot early on. Saved by Vicario. You are going to need something good to beat Vicario. He's shown that all season long. I think we actually have one of the best defenses in the league. Walker now being allowed to spread his legs a little bit. Van der Ven's going to have to be good today. He does a job there, but it gives away a corner. Oh, they whip it in. They whip it in. And can we get it clear? No, we can't. Phil Foden nicks that. Oh, this is very dangerous so far. Phil Foden again. Van der Ven in the way. And this is going to be moments like this right here where we need to find breakaways. And if we can get the right bounce, Akanji kept it. Perfect. But they're going to be it. Hitting hopes today at the Etihad. Oh, we've taken down Haaland. Destiny could be in trouble here. We have to hope that this is just going to be a yellow. He does just clip him, but I'm not sure it was dangerous enough to be a red, but it is. Apparently it is. Oh, we've actually played really well at the start of this bloody game, and that's put the cat amongst the pigeon, hasn't it? I am fuming as well on the sideline. I do think that was a yellow. I'm not so sure that that was a red. I'm going to make the sub instantly. I don't actually know what the sub is. I said I'm going to make the sub instantly. I have to believe it's Kulusevski coming on. I am sorry, Orsolini. I'm actually going to bring off Orsolini. Dorgu's going to come on there, and then I'm going to put Kulusevski on the right-hand side. How does this work now? I don't know. Now, the only positive about this... We've actually been very good defensively. Heung-min Son. Oh, Heung-min Son. Wants Solanke. Oh, it's a poor ball. Why wait so long, Son? He's going to be the man, though. If we could break away with him, he will be the man. Orsolini is still on the pitch, and we are just without a defensive player. That's how this one's playing out. Solanke. Shot saved by Edison. Couldn't really catch it. One half survived then. With 10 men against Manchester City at the Etihad. Honestly, feels so much like the Arsenal game I just watched yesterday. But we are surviving right now. That's all I care about. A point would be very good in this game. Oh, KDB finds the ball in behind. Of course, it was him. Is it off? It is. He does not beat the offside trap, Erling Haaland. But we have to watch this. Cannot give KDB any time on the ball. Oh, Jeremy Doku now. Jeremy Doku still. Bentancur, brilliant. Kulusevski's collected it. Oh, he's brought down. He's brought down. That was a nasty tackle from Rodri. Is it a red? How is his a yellow? His is a yellow? It's from behind? I don't understand. Just purely off both tackles, that should be a red as well. We are seconds away from a point. And while we are seconds away from a point, we'll collect the football here with Vicario. He'll move that forward and the whistle will blow. This is a huge point with 10 men. We fought our hearts out. Everybody on the pitch is absolutely knackered. But to get this result against Manchester City with 10 men is massive. We saw in the Arsenal game how hard they are to keep out, and we did just that. Defensively, this team is ticking. We are very defensively sound. I am not excited about not having Destiny Udogie now for a couple of Premiership games, but he can play in this Europa League game. And this might be a really important one up against Roma. We're also going to see Sarr and Gray come back in as the centre midfield partnership. Apart from that, it's as strong as you'd expect. Let's see if we can go out there and get 3 points against Roma today. Roma's 11 also is very strong. When you look at this team, this is not a team that you would expect to be in this competition for much longer. I think Champions League will be where they're aiming. The Dubrovnik will be a problem up top. 84 overall. Pellegrini in the team, as well as, of course, Paulo Dybala, who was linked with Tottenham quite a lot. I think in one of my PES series, I actually signed him for Tottenham. Let's see how he gets on today. I am hoping it's a quiet one for him. James Maddison restored back at cam. The lads really fought well last time out, but we may be defensively sound here. We haven't shown much going forward in recent. Although that's going to be a great ball into Son. He cannot control it, but those are the kind of passes in behind I'm going to be looking for today. Dubrovnik's beating Romero. Dubrovnik's beating Romero. He goes clean through. Roma score. Romero, of all people, letting us down. We've been so good defensively. We've been defensively sound. But Europa League has been difficult for us this year. And we continue to find it difficult. Orsolini finds Son. Waiting for a runner. It's going to be Maddison. Maddison with a shot. What a save. Can I pull one back up? Oh, I can't. Orsolini couldn't fire it back. Actually starting to step up a little bit now. We've been tentative in the early stages. I will score my first corner. Van de Ven will get his first goal for this season. 1-1 against Roma. We finally started to pick up the pace of the game a little bit. We have been in control in patches, but not really created stuff. That's been my biggest issue. But we do find the back of the net here. That is absolutely huge in the holy butts. What the hell just happened? That is a massive goal, though, in the grand scheme of the Europa League. We haven't actually scored more than one goal too frequently this year. I don't want that to continue to be the case. I definitely don't want that to be the case. And we're going to have to work hard now, but still keep this good defensive shape. Dom. Oh, we found the wrong man. We found Son. Although Son might be able to find him. Dominic Solanke! He's making a statement now, boys. 2-1 against Roma. Son finds him. I wanted him first time, but if anything, the move ended up working out even better the way we built it up. We can now finally get the subs on that I made ages ago, but Heung-min Son's ball in is brilliant, and I've just kept a bit of faith in Dom, and look what's happening. The footwork from Moore. God, he's comfortable on the football is Moore, isn't he? And then I'm going to slide it over. Moore! Get your first goal, son! Oh! It just wasn't to be. But what is to be is a victory against Roma. 2-1 in the end. But oh my God, Mikey Moore. So close to a magical moment at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I would have lost my mind. Let's see where that puts us in the Europa League. It does move us to 16th on 8 points. So with, I think, 2 games still left in the competition, we do need to win them. Rangers being one of them. So that would be a huge win. I think Hoffenheim is the other. Where are they at this current moment in time? Wow, they are. Wow, Manchester United are 32nd without a win in the Europa League yet. Hoffenheim down in 33rd. So that is kind of the game I'm looking at now over my shoulder and thinking, we beat Rangers, we are probably through. I know how it works now. The top 8 go straight through. The 16 after that play in a knockout, and I believe the loser goes down to the next European competition. I think. Message from Richarlison. I need more games, boss not playing. This is a bad one for us. I'm going to tell him he's still in the squad because he's still in my plans for now. But it is followed by a Real Madrid bid, is this conversation with Richarlison. And it's a good one, 32.2 million. I am so in between, but I'm going to not make any reactions or decisions until I hear what you guys say, and also until we actually hit the window. So before we can play any games, we have some more scout reports back. Now, I don't understand how you find out the value. Do you just scout them for another week, which is what we're going to do, right? I'm going to try this. I'm not actually going to sign anyone up because we were having a conversation about this in the comments, and it was such a valid conversation. But we have 2 players here, right, who look like they could be very good in terms of potentials. We'll get rid of more. I'll keep all 3 of these players. And you can see the overall and the value. We don't know it. But if I keep scouting them another week and another week, surely we will then know that. And we do go a lot off of value in the last few years on whether a player is good or not. We know they're going to be a baller coming in if they have good value. So I'm actually going to leave them for another week, and we will see if we then get that extra information. Oh, wow. Albert Lou. Some of the player faces and player models this year are going to make such an RTG or a long-running career mode a lot of fun. And I plan on doing maybe a proper RTG this year. I've never done one before. We're going to keep Wong on here as well, though, so we can find out more information because he looks the most promising of all those players. But I also want to send out another scout if there is a good enough one. I prefer the judgment. The experience gets you more reports. The judgment gets you better reports. So we're going to hire another scout, and I'm going to let you guys choose where we send him. Someone mentioned Finland, I think, so that could be somewhere we go. But yeah, just let me know where you think we're going to send this next scout, and I think we're going to be a bit more picky about certain positions we want. Fulham next in the Premier League then, and this will be the first of the games that we don't have Destiny Udoji. He's missing 2, so Dorgu comes in for this one, and this is also the first of 3 games this week. So I'm going to quick sim this Fulham one with a strong 11 at home, and we're going to batter them 4-0. Madison, Son, Madison with a hat-trick. I've needed more from him, and he's looking like he's going to do it in the sim. 3 goals for Madison, 1 for Son. That's a great win. But the bids don't stop coming for Richarlison, and this is actually one that I think is more realistic because Mbappe has left there. They've got some players, Gonzalo Ramos. They've got, what, Thuram as well, have they got? No, it's Inter who've got Thuram. Oh, they've got Kolo Muani. That's who they have. Okay, so Kolo Muani and Ramos. They've got Due who can play up top. Bracola in their team. They've got a strong team, but when you look at it overall, maybe that's them saying that Ramos, he's not done that for them since he got there. And Kolo Muani just isn't quite enough. So maybe they want a Richarlison up top. I think this is a much more realistic bid. But again, I don't want to do anything until I get your guys' feedback. But I do think a move to PSG would definitely be more favourable than a move to Real Madrid for Richarlison. The Juve one probably would have been the most favourable one because Dusan Vlahovic has left Juventus in this save to go to Newcastle. Well, the second game of this week coming up next, and a little bit of rotation, obviously forced into the Dorgu one, but we're going with Odegaard, Gray, Spence, and Bergval. We have Chelsea coming up in the league after this Bournemouth game. And Bournemouth, although they are a decent side, this is the team that you're going to rotate against, not Chelsea. It's another rainy evening, but we have to remember it is December. Now, this is the biggest opportunity of Bergval's career so far. He starts his first Premier League game. I'm excited for him. Look at that from Archie Gray. He's going to play that one out to the youngster Odegaard. And I thought I timed that perfectly. I'm working on Odegaard's passing. He's going to be a beast. Oh, Basuma. That was read perfectly. And Vicario can't get to it. And Evanilson will pull it wide. The replacement for Dominic Solanke seems as potent in front of goal as Dominic Solanke has been for us. I cannot believe he missed that, but that was a mistake from us. We haven't made too many, but big mistake that from Basuma. Mayo could be a problem for us. He's the kind of player you don't want to be facing up against. And Evanilson trying to make up for the early miss. Dorgu. Ooh. Oh, his ball was good. Solanke just couldn't take it correctly. Is there going to be a second ball on for Solanke? Oh, there nearly was. Son stole it, though. Son with a shot! Oh, what a save from Kepa. He's a very good goalkeeper for Bournemouth to have. Been kind of all Bournemouth. We're starting to have some signs of life in this game. Oh, Van der Ven's been turned. Romero. That was good. And it forces him into a sloppy shot from distance. Solanke. Oh, he's brought down by Kirkez. Oh, my God. He does win the football, but I thought that would have been given as a foul. Oh, is that going to be a good ball over? It is. Oh, it's not. Oh, what's going on? Oh, Kepa collects it in the end. Bergval's ball was teasing, but maybe just a touch too much on it for Dom. Isn't actually great. Great. Over to Odegaard. That's lovely. Oh, my God. That was so close to being 1-0. Well, here they come. Samayehu still. And I felt like I'd done enough, but maybe I haven't. Oh, what a save, Vicario. Bergval. Oh, what is that? What is that pass? He has Odegaard in acres. Odegaard will be fuming that pass isn't found. So overhit, way too much power, ran on the water too much. I'm going to bring Bergval off. I'm going to bring Maddison on. I'm also going to bring on Orsolini as well because we are seeing a tired Odegaard out there. But this is going to be a frustrating point. Or is it? Bergval. Into Moore. Moore wants Solanke. Solanke pulls it back. Now we need something special. Archie Gray with nearly something special. What a save, Kepa. To be honest, they had a few chances there as well. They genuinely had a few really good chances early in the game, especially Evangelson. Well, this is very nice to see at the end of that game. Vicario with 10 clean sheets in 14 matches, only 7 goals conceded this season. I'm telling you, defensively, we have been superb. Offensively, not as much. Well, only a few days later, and it's going to be Chelsea then. We're opting for Richarlison up top. And do you know what? I'm really enjoying Archie Gray at the minute. And he's got an engine. So he can play a lot of football games, can Archibald Gray. So he's actually going to start again today next to Bentancur because I just wasn't impressed with Basuma in the last game. Now, I did have to go in and restart this game, so Solanke's up top for this one. Honestly, the kit clashes in this year's game, you guys will see it when you got the game. They're absolutely horrendous, but this is a very strong Chelsea 11. They are building towards their future just like we are. This will be the first game back with Destiny Udogie as well for us. Defensively, just purely sound, but offensively not really working for us right now. Big opportunity again for Maddison. Archie Gray, obviously I managed to get that one done, but I did forget that I had put Richarlison in there, so unfortunately for me he's not in this starting 11. Chelsea are in the top 4. We are also now in the top 4. We are 4th, Chelsea are 3rd, I believe. So this is a big clash. Kunku, don't let him shoot. I think he's got the finesse. On to Orsolini. Can Orsolini beat his man? He can. He's going to still keep it. And he beat him again. Orsolini's footwork here, stunning. Son, out to Maddison. Shoots. Saved by Samba. Archie Gray's won the ball back 4 or 5 times today. And it's so impressive. Paro, terrible pass. And that's the problem. Although Orsolini's made it work. And he's played in Solanke, who again is in an awkward position. And he can't do anything with it. Unlucky. Disasi is all over him today. It might be an early sub, but Orsolini's running out of steam. So we are going to see a substitution made. And I'm going to bring on Moore. See how he does on that side. Orsolini's actually been very good this game. One of the key contributors to what we've been seeing. That was poor from Archie Gray. Although, Mads wins it back. Son, great touch, great take. Fofana comes across. And that has kind of been the story of this game defensively for both sides. Well, that was an absolute stalemate. That was just a sloppy game of football, but an absolute stalemate between two sides that did not want to lose. And we'll take it. We'll take the point against Chelsea. The way we're trying to build this team, we will take it. There was a couple of chances, but I tell you something. Disasi is an unbelievable defender on this game. What does that knock us in the Premier League then? It knocks us down to 5th. Man City behind us. Palace, Everton have started to drop off a little bit. Newcastle in 15th is absolutely insane to me. But Arsenal are now above us by a point. And we have drawn, what, 6 games, won 6 games, and only lost 3. Again, we've scored 14, but only conceded 7. We have the best defence in the league, but the worst offence. We've been here before. But where we need to be now is beating Rangers in the Europa League. This should book our qualification. I'm so happy that we got Rangers in this. I did take on Rangers or Celtic, but I preferred the fact that we're taking on Rangers, and it's away. Because Celtic and Rangers stadiums are in the game this year. They've added so many more stadiums, which is just, I mean, it's fantastic, right? You want to see more stadiums being added to the game. It's another rainy one. And the weather effects are going to make our life very difficult here at Ibrox. They don't have a terrible side. I've been doing a Football Manager save with Rangers. Danilo could be someone to look out for. They've still got Tavernier in the team. Oh, God, we can't give that away to the Czech lad. He's on loan, I think, from Sparta Prague. We could do with not giving that away. And this man here, Matundo, he's one of the main reasons why I'm starting Spence. He is absolutely rapid. Could cause all kinds of problems. Tundo has just been running at will. Oh, he's going to be off. He's got to be off. Oh, my God. How was he not off there? Hello, onside. I mean, that is... A lot of the big sides haven't been able to break our offside trap. He did it so comfortably. Suter puts that wide. Rangers kind of showing why they're top, well, second now in the league. Orsolini steals it into Richarlison, who just tried to help it home, and he couldn't. Danilo again. Oh, Vicario. That is unbelievable. I thought Vicario had got to it. He probably should hold it. But he does have an oncoming kick to the chest. Ball's played across. Too many bodies around Danilo, who I was worried. I think that's a foul on Vicario. I don't know how you don't call that a foul on Vicario, to be honest with you. Their captain Tavernier on the overlap. Comes up, scores it. But how? Was that not a foul? Oh, Danilo's going to get it. Danilo's going to take it. And he's going to hit the woodwork. We needed a little shake of the head, don't we? We're not good at playing games on the bounce. Like, legitimately, if we play one in the league and then play one in the Europa League, our Europa League performances have suffered all season long. That's why we're only 16th. Aside of our quality. But what a disappointing first half of football for Tottenham at Ibrox. But the Rangers fans will be loving this. They will absolutely be loving this. And they look set to go through comfortably, don't they? I think they're already through. If they win today, they just kind of put an exclamation mark on it. We have to figure just something out here. We have been terrible against them. Can't even explain how impressive Rangers have been. They have been everywhere. They've won the ball everywhere. They've stopped me dead in my tracks on several occasions. I am extremely impressed right now. Kulusevski, though, finds Son. Son and Richarlison trying to link up. It's worked. Heung-min Son bearing down on goal. Of course. Heung-min Son gets Tottenham back into it. Our number 7. What a man. Archie Gray wins it. Richarlison. Oh, you play it inside, mate. I was too focused on the ball inside and not the players coming up. Hadji. Oh, Hadji. And Dragusin, he overtouched it there. Like, Hadji was in. We will take our point here. That should near enough give us qualification with Hoffenheim to come. I think it does. It means we're going to have to play this preliminary knockout stage. There's no doubt about that. I don't want more games, but we're definitely going to have to play more games. Rangers were bloody brilliant in this. Luckily for me, Son is just scary in front of goal and he can pull you out of it whenever you need him to. But we're what? 17th now. 3 draws, 1 loss, 2 wins. Really poor performance in this tournament. But hey, at least we're not Manchester United. Hoffenheim is what I think our final game is that we play. So Rangers there in 3rd and top 8 go automatically through. We're not completely miles away from that. And with 2 games left and not 1, it is actually achievable that we get ourselves in the top 8, Elfsberg and Hoffenheim. So we can't rest no players, but those are 2 games that if we win, we potentially would finish top 8. But that's where we're going to leave it for this episode, lads. We are halfway through December now, so we have the rest of that month to do, which is a pretty crazy month. But then we are in January and moves can start to be be made. Business can start to be done. Mikey Moore coming back is really big for us. I'm going to keep giving him some game time. He's not going to get loaned back out. And hey, Dominic Solanke started scoring some goals. So that is the biggest positive. But I want to say thank you very much to all of you for watching. I appreciate you all. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I will see you for the next episode where hopefully won't be too many draws and it'll be some more wins.